Debbie, an amazing start here, and I've kind of written down a few words. For me, you're an adventurer, yeah, and you've got that packs of energy. You're working, as you said, as a doctorate and in those labs and tests and all the things to do with that. And then you jump, as you say, into fighting. For the listeners, what should we be thinking of in our careers? Because there's some major kind of switches in terms of what you've done. Like you said, I think you said at the very beginning, it happened, it didn't go to plan. So I believe from what you've described, you're very happy and comfortable with that. But some people aren't, are they? So what's the message to the listener about your experience and what we should be thinking about ourselves and our career and our lives?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think for me, so the idea of hydration monitoring actually came from my thesis around 2006 or 7. And that was really because my thesis project was so difficult that I was like, hey, there's this hydration signal there. Wouldn't it be great if we looked at that instead, because this thing is so hard? And of course I didn't do anything about it. I incorporated over 10 years later, right? And so I think the lesson there is that there's always little bits of thoughts and inspirations that you have gone through in your life. And, being able to reflect and think about it and really not giving up on what seems like a random idea at the time, 10 years later, could be what started my business, right? And then the fact that I started fighting was my own pain of trying to figure out how to hydrate myself. My coach would always just say, oh, drink more water before you cramp. Well, I'm already cramping. That's not helping me, right? And then my buddy over here is, 200 pounds and he needs less water. And I'm like, well, he's bigger. Why doesn't I need more? That doesn't make sense, right? And then the media is telling me, oh, drink 8 glasses of water. Well, I'm a fighter versus a couch potato. Like, how are we supposed to drink the same amount of water? So none of it made sense. And so all of it is sort of thinking about, okay, well, what else is out there, right? And I did my research and I realized there's really not a good solution out there to do the thing that I wanted to do, was to prevent myself from getting dehydrated or tell me how much to drink and when, right? And there's all these other products out there that didn't do exactly what I wanted it to do. And then I said, well, maybe I could do it, right? And that thought was like the craziest thing in the world. Like, what? What do you mean? Maybe, okay. So then I started doing more of the research and all this stuff. So I think it's just being open to ideas, right? Open to the things that string all of your life experiences together. Like, I'm sure, you, Simon, or Mike, you can tell the story of what is that string that goes through every single, job that you've ever had, right? And there's that string. And if you can reflect on that yourself and find that string in between, that's really, you're building all of the skill sets. I can tell you which skill sets that I've gained from every single job that I've had to bring me to where I am today.